Alright, so today is actually Friday. I've still got some video to put up of Wednesday when we were leaving with the volcano going off and all that. Today we're in Fresia and we're actually leaving out of Fresia to go back to our house. I don't expect to find too much damage. From what we've heard, all the ash and everything actually fell on the other side of the volcano, so it probably didn't do too much to our house. Our friends' houses we're really worried about. There is a good chance that some of them have damage to some degree or have maybe even had portions of the roof collapsed, and we don't know yet. We have to see, because there have been some restaurants that the whole restaurant just literally collapsed in. Others no, it really depends on how it was built and how much of a pitch the roof had. So it's all just speculation until everybody gets by and sees what their house is like. Unfortunately, the volcano picked up activity this morning or last night a little bit more. Yesterday it was just a little wafting of ash coming out. Now it's an actual ash plume cloud again coming out. Huh? But it's okay to go back. I mean, we can go back until 4 p.m. this afternoon. We have to be out by 4 p.m. But they're not allowing anybody to actually stay there just for evacuation reasons. If it picks up, they're hoping, or I don't know if hoping is the word, but expecting that today the volcano will probably start to expel lava. So that's when it can get dangerous in the 20-kilometer radius that they have set up, because then rocks and stuff can actually come, you know, propelling out of it up to around that estimated 20-kilometer area. And if you have a, you know, 2-pound or even a 1-pound hot lava rock flailing at you or your house or your car, it's typically not very good. So that's why they have that radius up, and that's why they're maintaining it at the moment. But they have cleaned up all the roads. They're allowing us to come back in and get our stuff and leave. But they suggest, of course, don't be there longer than you have to be, and we have to be out by 4 p.m. And they still have a, in the Puerto Varas Comuna, or the community of Puerto Varas, they still have a curfew. So from, I don't remember what time in the evening, from 9:45 maybe in the evening until 5:45 in the morning, you can't be out. And that doesn't really affect us though, because we're not in that area. We're actually in another town that doesn't have the curfew. So, like I said, just show you what's going on once I get there and see what's happening. Hey everybody, we're back at my house today. We came by. You can see in the background the volcano. Once again, it's not like overly aggressive right now, but it's still, I mean, even though that looks small, it's a few kilometers high, and it's probably half a kilometer wide in diameter, the pillar of ash, and it's still blowing. So while it's not like aggressive like it was on Wednesday, it's aggressive enough to still be dumping ash all over Ensenada and Petrohue, as well as into Argentina. And because of the wind currents, it's actually going over into Argentina and then sweeping back over into Chile further north. I understand that the wind's supposed to change tomorrow, and they're suspecting that the wind is not only going to change to a southward direction, but it's going to change in a direction that brings it over my house. So while I do not expect to get the gravel and the same kind of thing that Ensenada got by any means, tomorrow we could have quite a bit of ash over here. We'll just have to see. Damage to the house I'm not so worried about. Clearly driving in it's an issue for the air filter systems on the motors, but more than anything, our health is what I'm worried about. Not overly. I'm not like stressed about it. I'm just trying to figure out. I always try to pre-plan a little bit if possible, but so we'll just have to take it step by step from here. Honestly, I'd be surprised if we're not in our house within another day or two max, I would suspect. So I expect by either tomorrow afternoon or Sunday morning to be back here in our house. There's a few factors we have to figure out. Some of the neighbors a few kilometers from here, They lost all their animals. Unfortunately, all the cattle died. I was told around 40 to 60. My wife's trying to come out of the house and she's not trying to get in the video. She doesn't like to be in my videos. They had around 40 to 60 cattle that died in one neighbor's property, and there's going to be a lot more that are dead. But everybody keeps asking, what about the cattle? Well, honestly, they're just there. See behind me, up on the hill. Oh, and my wife told me now that the agricultural ministry, or the agricultural department here in Chile, was trying to get food to the cows so they don't get too skinny.